Welcome, Module 4, Wave Optics, Lecture 2. In this lecture, we will discuss about method of interference phenomena, interference in thin film due to reflected light, interference in thin film due to transmit light. So, method of interference phenomena. Two methods are referenced most commonly used to get interference pattern: division by wavefront and division by amplitude. By this method, the coherent sources are obtained by dividing the light beam into two wavefronts. Lloyd mirror method, Young double slit experiment, and Fresnel biprism. Division by amplitude. In this method, same beam is partially reflected from two sources and two reflected beams are produced, which cause interference pattern. Here, the random phase change in primary wavefront is equally reflected in two beams. So, the two beams satisfy the condition for interference. And how we identify the interference due to division by wavefront and division by amplitude? If the interference pattern is obtained on screen, then it is a division by wavefront. If the interference pattern is observed in thin film itself, then it is known as division by amplitude. Now, interference in thin film. This is thin film of refractive index mu. Here we show how interference pattern is obtained in thin film. When light waves fall on thin transparent film, then Young explained the phenomena on the basis of interference between light reflected from top and bottom of the thin film. It has been observed two cases: interference in thin film due to reflected light and interference in thin film due to transmit light. When light is transmitted, an interference obtained or observed from lower side, then it is known as interference in thin film due to transmit light. When light is reflected back in that medium from which light is incident, then this method is known as, or interference is known as, interference in thin film due to reflected light. So interference in thin film due to reflected light. This is the ray diagram of interference in thin film due to reflected light and transmit light both. Now we try to understand this diagram. Let xy and zy is the two planes of the film of transparent film of refractive index mu, and the thickness of the film is t. This thin film is of uniform thickness. Let right ray AB is incident on upper surface of the film at incident angle I. This light is divided in two parts. One is BC and other is BD. BC is the reflected light and BD is the refracted light in the medium at reflection angle R. At lower surface of the film, this light is also divided into two parts. One is reflected towards upper surface, one is transmitted or emerge out from the film, that is DR. The reflected light DE also divided into two parts. One is reflected along EM direction and one is refracted or emerge out from the film, that is EF direction. EM light is also divided at lower surface at point M. One is light towards this direction, reflected light, and one light is emerge out from MS direction. So from this figure, you can see DH or DR and MS is a transmitted component of light, where BC and CF are the reflected component of light. So in first case we discuss about reflected components, and in second case we will discuss about transmitted component. So this is the diagram which we draw for reflected components or for interference in thin film due to reflected light. Consider a transparent film of thickness T and refractive index mu. Let light ray S is incident at angle I on upper surface of the film. After multiple reflection or refraction, the light component 1 and 2 are obtained as a reflected component. As 1 and 2 ray satisfy the condition for superposition because they are coherent, because they both are obtained from same sources. So interference pattern is obtained in thin film. So we want to calculate the path difference between these two rays, ray 1 and ray 2. So for this we draw a perpendicular CN and perpendicular DL on ray 1 and this on upper surface. If incident angle is I and angle of refraction is R, then this angle is also I. Because incident angle is equal to reflected angle. As this is I, so this angle is, because this is perpendicular DL on ray 1, this is 90 degree. So this angle is 90 minus I. So this angle means ADL is I. This is 90, this is 90 minus I. So this angle is I. Now this angle is R. These two rays are, these two lines are parallel to each other. This is alternate angle. So this angle is R. So this angle is also R. If this R, then this angle is also R. Incidence angle is equal to reflected angle. This angle is R. So this angle is also R. Okay. Now we are draw all angles. Now for path difference is the ray 2 is travel extra in medium, that is AC plus CD in medium, where ray 1 is travel AL extra in air. So path difference between these two rays are AC plus DC into mu minus AL. Let DL and CN be the perpendicular on AB and AD respectively. Then the path difference between mu AC plus CD minus AL. AC plus CD in medium into mu minus AL in air. So now in triangle we want to calculate these terms AC, CD and AL. So in right angle A, C, N or A and C, this triangle, we use cos R. Cos R equal to Cn upon AC. And Cn is the thickness of the film. So AC equal to Cn upon cos R or AC equal to T upon cos R. So we find the value of AC. Similarly, we see triangle C and D. And we now cos R. Apply cos R. Cos R is equal to Cn. Similarly, Cn upon CD. Cn is thickness of the film. So CD equal to T upon cos R. Equation 3. So we now have value of AC and CD. Now for AL. AL is calculated in triangle ALD. Now in triangle ALD we apply sin I, because this angle is I. So we apply sin I, and sin I equal to AL upon AD. Sin I equal to AL upon AD. So AL equal to AD sin I. AD sin I. AD can be written as AN plus ND, and AN plus ND can be calculated from lower triangles. So AL equal to AN plus ND sin I. Now in triangle ACN, we want to find this value. So apply tan R equal to AN upon CN. So AN equal to CN tan R, and all we know CN equal to T. So AN equal to TN. Similarly in triangle C and D, we again apply tan R and D upon CN or NC. So ND equal to TNR. So put the value of AN and ND in equation 4. Then this value comes out 2T 10R sin I, and put the value of AL, CD and AC in equation 1. So put the value of AN and ND in equation 4, that is T tan R plus T tan R sin I, or AL equal to T 2T 10R sin I. 10 can be written as sin I upon cos R, and mu equal to sin I upon cos R, sin I upon sin R. So sin I equal to mu sin R. So AL equal to 2 mu T sin square R upon cos R, equation 7. Now substituting the values of 2, 3, 7 in equation 1. So value of AC equal to T upon cos R. Value of CD is T upon cos R, and value of AL is 2 mu T sin square R upon cos R. So delta P is equal to, this value is become 2 mu T upon cos R. 2 mu T upon cos R common. So 1 minus sin square R. 1 minus sin square R is known as cos square R, or this square can be cancelled. The part difference become 2 mu T cos R. This is the part difference between ray 1 and ray 2. Now, ray 1 is suffered reflection from denser medium, undergoes a phase change of pi. This is known as Stokes law. So additional part difference add or subtract, that is lambda by 2. So effective part difference between ray and 1 and 2 is 2 mu T cos R plus lambda 2. This is the main difference between interference due to reflected light and interference due to transmit light. In interference due to reflected light, the additional part difference, that is lambda by 2, is add or subtract in part difference. In transmit light, the part difference remain same, which we calculated by calculation. Now when part difference comes out, we have to apply the condition for maxima and minima. Condition of maxima is part difference should be even multiple of lambda by 2, or for minima the part difference should be odd multiple of lambda by 2. So the condition for maximum intensity, the effective part difference will be even multiple of lambda by 2. The part difference is 2 mu T cos R plus lambda by 2. So we apply this condition. So 2 mu T cos R plus lambda by 2 equal to 2n lambda by 2. Or we can say 2 mu T cos R 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, where n equal to 1, 2, 3. If we use positive sign, this sign become negative. So n takes the value of 1, 2, 3. If we take this sign as a negative, then this sign become positive, and we take the value from 0, n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. The number remain odd multiple. 2 mu T cos R equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. So condition for minimum, the condition for minimum intensity, the effective part difference is odd multiple of lambda by 2, that is delta P equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, or 2 mu T cos R plus lambda by 2 equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2 or 2 mu t cos r equal to 2n lambda by 2. This is even multiple term. So for minimum intensity, the 2 mu t cos r equal to 2n lambda by 2. For maximum intensity, 2 mu t cos r equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. So for numerical point of view, you always remember one formula. Either you want to remember maximum intensity formula or minimum intensity formula. Either you remember 2 mu t cos r 2n lambda by 2 is the condition for minima. Either you remember 2 mu t cos r equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2 is condition for maxima. If one condition is remembered to you, then the other condition can be written simply. Because if you remember 2 mu t cos r is odd multiple for maximum, so obviously 2 mu t cos r equal to even multiple for minimum in reflected light. Okay, so always remember one condition, then you write all conditions for other cases. So condition of constructive interference, 2 mu t cos r is odd multiple of lambda by 2, where r is refraction angle, mu is refractive index of film, and t is the thickness of the film. The condition for minimum intensity in reflected light, 2 mu t cos r is equal to even multiple of lambda by 2. Now interference in thin film due to transmit case. So consider this ray diagram for transmit case, and derivation is similar as I did in previous slides. So consider a transparent thin film of thickness T and refractive index mu. Let the light ray from S is incident on the upper surface of the film at incident angle I, and the angle of refraction is R. After multiple refraction, we get ray 1 and ray 2. And ray 1 and ray 2 satisfy the condition for superposition. And language this is also similar to previous derivation. Only the difference is after multiple reflection and refraction, the ray 1 and 2 are obtained as a transmit component. In previous derivation, we use as a reflected component, and here we use as a transmit component because these 1 and 2 ray is transmitted light. Let DL and CN be the perpendicular on AB and AD respectively. Then the path difference between ray 1 and 2. Similarly, the path this is same for ray 1 and 2. After this point, ray 2 travel extra AC plus CD in medium and AL by ray 1 in air. So path difference is AC plus CD into mu minus AL. So if you look this diagram, this is similar to previous diagram. Only the difference is this is as a reflected component. In previous diagram, this is reflected component. If we see the angle, now see the angle. This is incident angle. This is refracted angle. This is R. This is also R because these two are parallel to each other. Incident angle is R. Then reflected angle is also R. This is R. If this is R, then this is R because these are two parallels to each other. If this R incident angle, then reflected angle is also R. These angles are known. Now this angle, when light is emerged out from the thin film, it makes the same angle at which it incident. Like if this angle is I, then this is also I. This is I. This is 90. This is 90 minus I. So it is also I. So all angles are known to you. So derivation is same as previous derivations. Triangles are same as previous derivation. Try to solve all triangles. We want to calculate AC, CD, AD, AL, and in AL we have to calculate then AN and ND by lower triangle. So right angle ANC, you use cos R equal to Cn upon AC, AC equal to T upon cos R. Similarly, in triangle CND, cos R equal to Cn upon CD, CD equal to T upon cos R. In triangle ALD, sin I equal to AL upon AD, so AL equal to AD sin I. AL equal to AN plus ND sin I. Now in triangle A and C, we use tan R. So AN equal to T tan R. Similarly, ND equal to T tan R. Put the value of these all in this equations. From this triangle, you can see all these values easily. So AL equal to T tan R plus T tan R sin I, or AL equal to 2T sin upon cos for tan, and mu equal to sin I upon sin R. So this equation become AL equal to 2 mu T sin square R upon cos R. Put the values of AL, AC and CD in equation 1. So part difference become 2 mu T cos R. This is similar to previous derivation. So only difference is in previous derivation we add additional part difference, but here we did not add additional part difference. We does not add additional part difference. Now after part difference, we apply the condition for maximum intensity and condition for minimum intensity. For maximum intensity, the part difference should be even multiple of lambda by 2. So delta P equal to 2n lambda by 2. 2 mu T cos R equal to 2n lambda by 2. Where n equal to 1 to 3. Condition for minimum intensity, the effective part difference should be odd multiple of lambda by 2. So delta P equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2. Or 2 mu T cos R equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, where n equal to 1 to 3. So now comparing the condition for interference due to reflected light and due to transmit light. If you see the condition for maximum intensity and reflected light, the condition for minimum intensity in transmit light. This is also a odd multiple 2 mu T cos R. This is also a odd multiple. The condition for minimum intensity in reflected light, that is 2 mu T cos R equal to 2n lambda by 2, is the condition for maximum intensity due to transmit light, that is 2 mu T cos R equal to 2n lambda by 2. So both these conditions are same and these two conditions are same. As I already told you, only you have to remember one condition. If you remember one condition, other conditions can be written as. If you remember the condition is maximum in reflected light is this, then you know this maximum condition is condition for minima in transmit light, because the condition for maxima and minima in reflected light is complementary to the condition of for maxima and minima in transmit light. These two conditions are reverse to each other. The condition of maxima, here condition for minima, the condition of maxima, here the condition for minima. Okay, so or you can generally, or it is a general knowledge or general sense, like if all light is reflected, reflected means in reflected light you see maximum intensity in film, then obviously no light is transmitted to the thin film. So obviously the from transmit light we see the dark in film. If all light is transmitted, or if all light is transmitted, then in due to in reflected side we see dark in thin film. Obviously we see bright from lower side or transmit light. So these are FAQs. Condition, explain the condition of interference for optical waves. Differentiate between interference due to division by wavefront and division by amplitude. Give one example for each. So we discuss interference in thin film, which is the example of division by amplitude. Division by amplitude example are interference in thin film of uniform thickness, interference in vase-shaped film, interference. Okay, so these are the example of interference due to division by amplitude. And division by wavefront examples are Young double slit experiment, Fresnel biprism. What do you understand by coherent sources? How these are obtained in practice? So new questions, there are different questions is discuss the phenomena of interference of light due to thin film and find the condition of maxima and minima. Show the interference pattern of reflected and transmit monochromatic light are complementary to each other as I discussed in previous slide. Explain the color when the thin film is illuminated by white light is observed in reflected light. Also uh, try to observe what happened if colored light is used in spite of monochromatic light. Explain the necessity of extended sources. Here we end this lecture. In next lecture we will discuss about vase-shaped film, interference in thin vase-shaped film. Vase-shaped film is also important because the application of vase-shaped film or condition of vase-shaped film we use in Newton's ring experiment. So thank you.